Hello YouTubers and fellow Whovians, and welcome to my review of The Girl Who Waited, starring Matt Smith as the 11th Doctor, along with Karen Gillan and Arthur Darvill as Amy and Rory. The only characters in this story really are the three that I've just mentioned. You've got a few handbots in this story, and I think the handbots are a very innovative idea. I think they look alright, they do the part. We also have Karen Gillan sort of playing a dual role. She plays an older version of Amy along with a younger version of Amy. Basically what happens in this story is the TARDIS lands on the planet Apachea, and then stuff happens. Amy ends up getting stuck in another dimension, and the Doctor and Rory are sort of like they're stuck on the other side, whereas Amy is just on her own, stranded in this other alternate place, like this alternate reality thing. So basically what this episode is all about is the Doctor and Rory going to save her. Easy peasy, right? But it turns out that the Doctor can't save her because it's something to do with him being a Time Lord. He'll end up dying if he walks into the atmosphere. Again, kind of makes sense because he is the 13th incarnation, as we all know. So he cannot regenerate if he got killed, because we just can't. So Rory's sent in instead, as he can withstand what the Doctor can't, basically. It's a good story. I quite like this one as well. I think the second half of Series 6 is probably the better out of the two halves what we got, because I didn't like the Curse of the Black Spot. The Doctor's wife I think is just overrated. The Rebel Flesh and the Almost People, awful. So when you got the second half, we've had Let's Kill Hitler, which I actually like. Night Terrors actually the God Complex, the next one I like as well, and this one I quite like as well. I think the weakest is probably Closing Time, the one with the Cybermen, but I'll go into that in 2 reviews time. So Rory looks for Amy, and he ends up finding an older version of Amy. He's waited decades for him to come and rescue her, and so he does that, but at the same time you've got the younger Amy to think about. So there's 2 of them, and it ends up being 2 of them at the end. Really not a lot happens in this story, but it's got, I don't know what it is, it's got some sort of good pace. And I quite like the pacing of this story. I think it's alright. The 11th Doctor is the sort of villain in the story. You see at the end, he looks really you can just see with Matt Smith's performance the 11th Doctor, how he lies to old Amy at the end. I just really like that. So yeah, if I gave this a rating out of 10, I'd probably give it a 8 out of 10. And yeah, that's all I have to say really. It's not much to say, but it's a good story, and I recommend go and watch it. I know some people don't like it. I can see why some people might dislike it, but some people like it. But I quite like it. So for that reason, I'm going to give this and 8 out of 10. My only nitpicks with the story are probably the fact that you have the handbots, and they don't do that much, but they look threatening. So they're kind of average sort of monster to use, and we could have had like other characters besides the Doctor, Amy and Rory. I mean, if it was a TARDIS story, like Amy's Choice, which of course had more than them characters, then yeah, it makes sense. You know, if it was like the Edge of Destruction, it makes perfect sense. But no, you hear like a woman's voice. That's it. I think the CGI in this story is absolutely excellent. So, top marks to the direction of the story. And again, the Doctor is wearing his green jacket, which I really like. I think it's really badass. So, yeah, very short review, but you know, not really got that much to say. I think Karen Gillan does a great performance. Arthur Darvill's great. Matt Smith is great for all the scenes he's in. It's kind of a Doctor-like story, but yeah, a enjoyable story. You know, simple, not complex or anything like that. Just a simple, straightforward story, and that is absolutely great. Thank you very much for watching this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next time as I shall be reviewing The God Complex.